Alrighty, we're back with Justin again. Had a little issue with some of the other people I was gonna get with. They were unable to make it, so Kiki Jiki didn't happen, but you know, time for another day. We have Tymaret, the Murder King. Oops, I messed that up.
You're ruining my cards.
I know. Tymaret the Murder King. He is a king that murders people. So, have at it.
Alright. Basically, I run this as my general for a couple reasons.
Yeah.
One, the converted mana cost. Right? Two mana cost, black, red, get him out fast. The other one is his abilities. I don't let him go back to the command zone usually.
Let him die.
Let him die because his second ability is sacrifice a creature, return from my graveyard to my hand, play him for 2 mana later on. So,
he's always coming back.
very versatile. I'll get to everyone's favorite, the most boring parts. Lands. I run 16 basics. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mountains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 swamps.
How many lands total?
32.
32.
Yes, make fun of me for being low lands again, but
yeah, I'm gonna have
the curve
to.
on this is really low.
2.
For the most part. Non-basics, start out with Ghost Quarter. Fun to destroy someone's land. Yeah, they get someone else back, but that annoying Misfit is gone.
Yeah, this is it's not as good as Strip Mine or Wasteland or Dust Bowl, but
It's fair.
it's fair. And just like you said, it's gonna pop a Maze of Ith or Cabal Conquerors. They'll get a basic land. I'll take that.
It's fair. It's not.
Yeah, one of those two are gone. You know what? That's fine. I'll let you have a basic land.
Rogue's Passage.
It's pretty much a staple.
Just nice to get something in there for free.
Yeah.
It's usually not going to be my general just because of the size, but Care Keep lets me pop out little kobolds. Sack fodder.
This is an awesome card for a deck that needs tokens and has a lot of sack outlets that Tymaret does because it's a land, so it doesn't take up an actual card slot. It taps for mana, and it makes you tokens.
Yeah, albeit colorless mana, but it's still mana.
Absolutely.
The Stensia Blood Hall.
Yeah,
It's
a little utility.
Little overcosted for 2 damage, but if you need that extra oomph, nothing else to spend the mana on,
It's a mana sink.
drop it in there. Shizo, Death Storehouse. Give something fear. Which
Why not?
Nowadays, to people, is what they used to call intimidate for black.
Yeah. See, I mean, it's another one of those things that it's a land, it doesn't take up a card slot, and it does more than just tap for mana.
Yep. Then I also have Shinka.
Shinka!
Which gives something first strike. Same type of thing. You land, doesn't take up my slots.
Do you run any Death Touch equipment?
1.
So, there you go. First strike, Death Touch.
No, I don't use it for that.
I'm just saying the possibilities there.
Storage land. If you need it, you know, it can fix your mana. It takes a little bit of time, but
It's a mana sink.
Shuttleblood Ridge, it's a filter. It takes 1, add 2.
Self-explanatory.
Basically, take it as a signet, as you would. Otherwise,
Yep.
it's worthless without another land. Level Claw Reaches, nice little main land that I can pump if I need to. Works.
Or you can sack it if you need to.
I don't like sacking lands.
I'm just saying it's a creature.
Your shock land. Your life gain land. Your guild gate. Your mountain or swamp land.
Scry land.
Your scry land.
Filter.
Your filter land. Your bounce land.
Karoo.
Alright, so after that we're getting into the artifacts I run.
Elixir of Immortality.
I run in almost every one of my decks. Just because of the safety net, you know.
Just in case.
Just in case that mill tries to be a jerk to me.
Nah.
Scythe of the Wretched. You put down Tymaret, he becomes a 4/4 that if he kills something, I get that creature. And then put the Scythe on it.
That's actually an interesting choice. I like that.
I put that in there together with one of the other equipment you'll see in a few bits that works really well. Also works well when I stack them up with the Coitus Spike.
Coitus.
You lose your creature.
Quietus, not coitus. Okay.
Coitus Spike.
Coitus.
The sexual spike.
You know, surprisingly enough, in the games that we've played, you've used this a lot. This comes up surprisingly a lot, and I hate it. It's like, turn 2, Tymaret, turn 3, this. I'm like, oh, we're in for a long game, guys.
So we put that with the Scythe on him. They either have to give you their creature or half their life.
Yeah.
The choice is usually the creature.
The choice is yours.
Jar of Eyeballs. As many times as I sack, it helps me get filtered through what I need to find.
That's a funky choice as well.
It works in the theme, though.
Yeah.
If you notice my deck's theme of it more than they are.
It's unorthodox.
This is the other one I like to put with the Scythe. Deathbringer.
Absolutely.
it's a win-win for me. Either I kill something or I get something from my hand into play usually.
Yeah, I mean...
Or if I'm lucky, both.
Somebody's going to off Tymaret because he's going to get annoying at some point. Or even a token that you sack to Tymaret.
Yeah.
Boom, pop something out. You're cheating stuff into play.
Yep, I'm a jerk. Cauldron of Souls. I can give anything I want to persist.
That gives you 2 uses for 1 creature with Tymaret.
Yep.
And it's actually a good anti-board wiping card. That's actually a very sneaky card, I think.
It's multi-use. It has a lot of purpose to it.
Board wipes are in EDH. That's just a thing you're going to see in Commander. If you've ever played, you're going to come into a board wipe. That's a backup plan. So
sometimes better.
It's
got
multiple uses other than just Tymaret.
Then we're going to get to my removal. Hero's Demise. It seems really narrow, but when you think about EDH, you always have at least a target out there.
There's so many legends nowadays that...
Well, you have to have a legend for your general.
So at least you're going to kill other people's generals, but you're going to hit other things too.
Yeah, most people aren't going to just run their general. Dreadbore, creature or planeswalker. Planeswalkers are annoying.
And for 2 mana. It may only be a sorcery, but I like it. I run it.
It pays for itself. And then, of course, Terminate.
Old school classic.
The original. Hero's Downfall.
That's
the instant speed creature or planeswalker.
That's the bee's knees right there.
And you're going to notice I have a lot of spot removal. I don't have the Damnation in here.
Wrecking Ball.
Creature or land. Guild. A little bit of mana ramp for me. Exile something, I get a gold token.
Spot removal when it exiles. So 4 mana. Yep. It's a sorcery, not an instant, but it exiles a permanent. So it'll hit them gods also, them indestructible things, and give you a little bit of mana.
And then King Makar gets those inspired triggers. It's not as easy to get in this deck. I don't have a built-in way for it, but there's always the off chance to swing someone that's open.
Right.
Get the trigger the next turn to get something big out of there. Some people are actually willing to work with you too.
And in Nick's deck, he runs King Makar as the general and just focuses on like the tapping and untapping of them just to manipulate that. He puts in work if you use it right.
If you work it. Ashling hits him, make you sack a creature. Then I get to choose.
I like it. Yeah, that's nice.
So, I mean, 4 for 4, they're going to block it more than likely.
And he's good on curve, too.
Dictate of Erebos, the flash version of Grave Pact.
I mean, with a sack outlet general for 2 mana.
Yeah, I'm going to hit you for 2, make you sack something.
Absolutely. I like this better than the Grave Pact.
I like it too. It's easier to cast because of colors.
It's
black.
More mana, but it has flash, which that's cool.
Well, the good thing is Grave Pact costs 4, 3 colored, 1 none.
3 black is steep in a multicolored deck. So, it is. It's hard. Yeah, I find that it's hard for me to do.
Yeah, the cost, it's offset. Yeah. I think it's fair. Horde Smelter, get rid of those pesky artifacts.
I like that.
And pump him. Sure, why not? And Sabo, the legendary killer.
The legend killer. Back in the day, he was going to be, he or she, it, whatever the hell it is.
Bug.
That was going to be, yeah, it's a legendary thing. It was going to be that was my very first idea for a general. Because I was like, well, if we're playing and everybody's got generals, well, I'm going to run him and just kill everybody's generals. But I ended up not running him. I went with Malfagor instead of that.
Malfagor's fun.
Oh, yeah, I had a blast.
Now we're going to get to my recursion.
Victimize.
Kill something, get 2 back.
Absolutely, that's a fun card.
They come in to play tap, but hey, you know what?
For 3 mana, you're getting value out of
that. Dread Return.
2 for 1.
And then it also has the flashback of stack 3 creatures, which usually has some other trigger to it on top of it, so why not?
It themes.
Home of Possession. It's not really
you got
recursion. I got one.
Where'd you get that?
Don't you worry, I got time.
Because little backstory, I have one, and I refuse to trade it because it's just a cool card. And he has been harping on me for months to trade it, and now I see he's got one, so I'm curious. You know.
I trade with other people.
But good on curve, 4 mana.
Fits the sack outlet theme.
It's a sack outlet, and you steal something, which green or black and red does not have. Well, red does, but black doesn't have a lot of.
Not permanent.
Yeah, not permanent. This can be for a long, extended time.
So that's
sack outlet, but it's huge.
The poor man's Kiki Jiki.
Poor boy's Kiki Jiki.
If I had Kiki, that's the spot right there for him.
When you wish upon a star.
Olivia, It's not really theft or recursion. I mean, it takes a bit more work, but it is theft and recursion.
She's still a target. People will go out of their way to kill her because she can be problematic if they don't handle her.
Yep.
So.
And it's a nice mana dump.
Oh, yeah.
The Whip of Erebos.
Awesome.
Unearth and lifelink for everything, so, you know, there's actually a way to gain life.
I'm just really... I have this card, and I fight myself every time. I really should run it, and a lot of decks I run it, because in black and red, you don't have a lot of options for lifelink.
It's usually vampires, and that's about it.
Right, or like Logs in Warhammer, something pretty staple like that. But the Unearth ability is really good. I can't get around that. I'm shy on exiling my stuff. But it's good. I can't get around it. It's good.
If you need a victory, you need a victory.
Absolutely. It'll pop something in there.
Zealous Conscripts.
Steal something.
Steal something.
Permanent.
I do have an infinite combo in here that was pointed out to me after I'd played it. Didn't realize it, but you'll see later on.
We'll see.
Puppeteer Click. Steal something twice.
I like that card. That's one of my favorite cards.
I like it. The persist is great.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Phone went off. Sorry.
I mute my phone, so can't even give me your full attention.
Let me put it on silent.
Ink Eyes.
That's an awesome creature.
It's kind of annoying to
I
deal
was
with.
sad to see him go down in price.
Oh, when you have a reprint, you're going to have it go down.
Still. 5 mana ninjutsu, so it's still pretty good on your curve. And he steals something.
From the graveyard.
And he's pretty resilient. He's got regenerate.
Yep. Well, she got boobs.
Whatever.
No, it's a female rat.
Whatever. Female rat ninja.
There you go. Conquering Manticore. Flying version of Conscripts.
Something? A bigger steal something.
Machias. I consider him recursion just because Undying is recursion.
Yeah, it's a lot like
Cauldron of Souls.
Cauldron of Souls, and it cancels out those -1 counters.
So you can technically get...
Yeah, you can keep sacking your stuff indefinitely because they cancel each other out. So that's pretty awesome.
Sepulchre Primordial. Steal something from everybody. It's graveyard.
Whenever I've used him, which I'd really like to get another one, I traded mine away. I find that like I'll do some crazy thing where I get a bunch of stuff out of people's graveyards, and then immediately after I'll get a board wipe.
Yeah.
Or I'll catch a board wipe.
Or you win the game.
Yeah, you either win or you get board wiped, and it just looks cool.
Primordial, the one version of it that steals from the table.
I don't think he gets enough attention, the Molten Primordial.
Well, it's because everyone's usually interested in the graveyards.
Right.
Graveyards usually have better stuff in them more often than not than in play. In play, you might hit a couple opponents that don't have anything.
Right. But with your general, I mean, in one of these two, you can steal one creature from every player and then sack them after you're done hitting them with it.
As much as I can, yeah.
Or vice versa. Steal one creature out of each opponent's graveyard and then sack them after you're done. Something like that.
Well, the graveyard won't stay around.
Oh, yeah, they do. My bad. But anyway, yeah, Molten Primordial works.
A pretty sweet finisher in this deck. Balthor the Defiled. The minions part doesn't matter. Don't have any minions in here.
It's the mass removal of all your stuff back into play.
Yep. 3 black, remove them from the game. Each player returns all black and red creatures from their graveyard to play.
I mean, even if somebody's running, red or black in their color scheme, you're probably going to make out in the end.
Exactly, and I got 48 creatures.
Unless it's like a mono black deck or another black red. That, you might get screwed,
but it can usually spell the end for them.
Yeah.
48 creatures.
Yeah.
I have a pretty good chance of hitting some big guys. We're going to get into my repeatable offenders.
Repeat offender. Numero uno, Gravecrawler.
Gravecrawler. Works well with Tymaret. Both are zombies.
Because he is a zombie.
So, I get my general up, pay a black, get him back, pay 2, do 2 damage. Bloodsoaked Champion. Sorry, this one's foily. Can't get a non-foil. But you can see it still, I think.
Yeah, probably.
He has the new raid mechanic on it. Or newer raid mechanic. I shouldn't say new because it's not the newest anymore. But when you declare combat, pay a black in the colorless, return to play.
That's nice.
So basically, even if he himself attacks and dies that same combat, if you have the mana, you can do it again.
That's awesome.
Bring it back. So, repeat offender number 2.
He keeps coming back.
Bloodghast.
Keeps coming back.
Land drop.
He's a real pain in the ass.
Comes back.
Even though he doesn't have the ability to block, he's still a pain in the ass. Landfall. I played a land. Well, there he goes again.
Anybody got less than 2 in life? Sure, okay, swing.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
The Reassembling Skeleton. It's a jank card, but it's a good one for this
deck. It does. It seems like a very weak card to run in a format like Commander, but This is a surprisingly problematic card because that 2 mana return to play, usually it's a chump blocker. It's like Stinkweed Imp. You don't want to attack because you're just going to chump block.
Yep. Well, and it also feeds my general. Again.
Yeah, it feeds him.
2 damage. For 4 mana, 2 damage. Not the best deal, but it works. Or 4 mana, get my general back in my hand. Squee.
Squee!
Free recursion.
Squee!
Well, to my hand.
Squee!
Murderous Redcap. I can have fun with that guy. Comes
Starting
to
to get into like modern here.
Yeah. Deal damage. When he comes into play, has persist.
That's the funkiest looking goblin I've ever seen in my life. But I guess that whole set was weird
with their artwork. A Firewing Phoenix. 4/2 flyer, recursion.
It's good on curve, 4 mana. For a 4/2 flyer. Recurs.
4 mana for my Flame Wreath Phoenix with the tribute.
What's the tribute do?
If I either get 2 1/1 counters put on him, or if they don't pay it, it's a 3/3 flyer that gains when it dies, return to my hand.
Nice.
So either you get a 5/5 beater or a 3/3
with
come back.
haste. With haste.
Yep.
That's cool. I like that.
So he's fun.
Yeah.
Shard Phoenix. Sacrifice him, deal 2 damage to every creature without flying.
Nice.
Yeah, it hurts my general, takes out a lot of my deck, but
the sacrifice thing, that's kind of nice. I like that.
Plus, for 3 mana, bring him back to my hand during all my upkeep. Scargrim Firebird, another Phoenix.
Phoenix, we got a Phoenix theme here.
Well, red doesn't have remove flyers.
And it's got Bloodthirst. Bloodthirst is actually very easy to hit with Tymaret.
Yep.
So.
It comes into play as 6/6 if it has Bloodthirst, and again, pay 3, return to my hand. If someone was dealt damage, which is easy to do.
The Bloody Artist. That's one of my favorite black cards.
Yep, we're getting to my pain dealers.
That's good just to throw out. Even if you don't have Tymaret active and stuff, things die.
Well, yeah, that, and people end up having to waste a kill spell for that alone.
But nobody wants to.
Exactly. So
either you take the pain, or you
find a
waste something on.
You find a way of dealing with a 0/1.
He puts you in a hard spot.
Goblin Sharpshooter.
That's very, very.
Tokens are dukes.
Oh, absolutely.
So, kill token. Geralf's Messenger. Under Valve tap, someone loses 2 life, has the Undying trigger.
The Undying also themes with Cauldron of Souls.
Mogus. People tell me I should run him as a general. I don't see him as a general, as a viable general at all.
He's a little weaker as far as a viable general.
I mean, he has the magical number 7.
My opinion,
He has 7 for the power, which is the magical number. But the problem is his only 2 abilities are they can choose to sack or they can take 2 damage.
Yeah.
Usually you're going to take the 2, so that's why he's in the bleeders.
Yeah.
He's makes you bleed. Perforos.
Oh boy.
Funny thing, last week played a game.
Funny thing.
Had Balthor out there. 31 creatures in my graveyard.
30?
31.
Oh my god.
And Perforos. Exile Perforos.
Stacking order.
Threw Perforos and the other 31 out there.
It's like
62 damage to each of my opponents. Game over.
It's like, alright, okay, I'm going to activate Balthor. Alright, we're going to play Perforos, and then I win.
Oh, no, he came back with the other 31.
That's awesome.
So there's nothing much you can do about it.
Yeah, there's nothing at all.
Hellrider, summon attacks, deal damage to that player.
Yeah, and it's whenever a creature you control attacks.
Yep.
So you get some of the crappy kobold tokens. he's going to deal out some damage.
Siege King Commander puts out tokens, can sack out just like Tymaret, except for he's able to target creatures as well.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a backup Tymaret.
And Triskeleton. He actually pairs very, very well with Machias. It's actually a combo.
Because he keeps coming back.
Well, it's an infinite combo.
Yeah. Keeps coming back.
Never done it. Don't plan to. I find it kind of
I don't recall you ever dueling that, but
I've had the option.
Yeah.
Just I don't like winning that way. I'd rather play the game.
Yeah.
Ryusei.
I like it. I ran it when I had Malphagor.
Kills a bunch of things on the ground. Deathbringer Thoktar, another pinger.
Deathbringer.
Who keeps on getting bigger. I've actually used him as a beater more than I have a pinger.
Massacre Worm.
Staple in black.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what else to say.
He catches people off guard with that -2 bullshit. But what's really nice is the second ability, because a lot of people forget about that until they start taking damage. That stays active the whole time he's out. I kind of overlooked that. But I picked one up recently because I overlooked that.
How do you miss that?
I never really ran Masker Worm. I'm stupid like that. I run weird stuff.
You admit it. So
I admit it.
I got that out of you.
But, so after you get that -2, even if you don't kill a bunch of stuff, later on, things start dying, that adds up. It adds up.
Let's see. Patch on the Nezumi.
Nice.
6/6. Whenever a permanent is put into an opponent's graveyard, they lose 1 life.
Do you ever use the rat offering?
No.
But you do have a rat.
I do have
You have
rat.
ink eyes.
Singular rat.
1 ink eyes, which you can curve into very easily after you ninjutsu in ink eyes on the 5th turn. Turn 6 comes, sack ink eyes, which I don't know why you'd want to, but I'm just saying it could be done.
Yeah, it could be, but I just hardly ever use it. Stalking Vengeance. Something dies.
Somebody gets hit.
And everyone's favorite.
Oh yeah.
Garvik. I don't know about anybody out there.
He's such a flavorful card. He really is. He's really cool, but he just gets hated out too fast.
Yeah.
You can't run him as a general because you'll get murdered before you get to him.
He won't last out there if you don't.
Oh no, not at all.
Magmatic Force. I'm surprised how often this guy stays around. 3 lightning bolt every upkeep.
Oh yeah.
Yet nobody wants to deal with him.
Interesting. This. Oh wait, never mind. I was thinking something else. Never mind.
What?
I was thinking of the red elemental that came out in the new commander stuff, or either. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. The one with Derevi and Jaleva. You know, there's one of those elementals for each color.
If I remember right, he came in the original set.
What does that one do?
What, this?
The red one. That came in that stuff. See, it wasn't this set.
No, that was the original. I don't remember what I know they finished that set.
Yeah.
With that, I think they just printed off the black, blue, and green one in that set.
Uh-huh.
Because the white one and the red one were done already, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I can't remember. But anyways.
And sudden spoiling. This is kind of my jank things that didn't really fit anywhere.
Yeah, that also catches people off guard. That split second is a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Good luck dealing with it, basically.
Yeah, it's a pain.
Tuk Tuk. He's a good sack outlet just to get a bigger guy.
Yeah, sacks goes with your general and get something bigger and badder.
Splinter Twin, that's the card I was talking about being the combo piece with the Zealous Conscripts.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
Put that on there, you can indefinitely steal the entire board.
Gotcha.
Or indefinitely make them and win.
Ashenmoor Liege. Ashenmoor.
Pumps everything I have in the deck, and if you target him to kill him, you lose 4 life.
So you're going to pay...
Because I'm not going to swing with the 4/1 more than likely.
Yeah. He's just going to sit there, but he gets targeted, you're going to pay for it. You go pay.
Erebos. Card draw, basically. The life gain loss, the inability to gain life.
For opponents only, that's awesome.
And it's got greed built into them, so...
Yeah, that's cool because, I mean, black and red don't have a lot of draw.
No, and it's usually...
Not a lot of good draw.
Usually one-time effects. I try to stay away from one-time effects if possible.
And he's very gentle on your mana curve. He's not very expensive. 4 mana, it's very good.
And not very heavy in the colors.
Rakdos.
Rakdos, the newer one. If someone loses life, I can cast him, otherwise I can't. 6/6 flying trample, and my spells get 1 less for each life my opponent
He gets nasty really fast.
Gets pretty painful, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Anger.
Anger, red staple.
Yeah.
If you're running red, run him. Tarian Mauler, another, I almost consider him a red staple as well.
Yeah, I mean, whenever an opponent casts a spell, put a 1/1 counter on it. 3 mana for 2/2.
Only problem is it's a May, so you gotta pay attention to the game.
Pay attention to the Tarian Mauler.
Because I've gone a whole round around the table and missed about 10 triggers.
Yeah.
Not good. Master of Cruelties.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he's kind of a douche.
He's pretty nasty. He'll kill people.
I actually do have a way of killing someone in 1 turn with him and Ink Eyes.
Yeah, activate his ability. You know,
once
he deals 1 damage, they're dead.
Well, what happens is come into play. If nobody blocks him, you can ninjutsu. Well, at that point, their life becomes 1. You ninjutsu in Ink Eyes.
Gotcha.
She pops him for the other 5, killing him.
Gotcha.
Harvester of Souls, Death Touch. Whenever a creature dies, draw a card.
And it's not your creatures; it's just any creature.
Yep.
That's cool.
Again, black card draw.
Oh yeah.
And up next, let's the Unshackled. 4/4 flyer with trample for 5 or 6.
7.
I'm sorry.
6. Yeah, 6.
Someone searches their library, they sack a creature and lose 10 life. Whenever another creature dies, put a 1/1 counter on them.
It's pretty awesome. No matter what, you're winning.
And
So-
it's one of those things. You ghost quarter their land. Is the basic worth it?
Yeah. Is it worth it?
So
That's pretty awesome.
that right there is my Tymaret deck here. There's probably some things I could do on change it and fix it and adjust it, but he's kind of one of my stand behind guys.
The Murder King, everybody. King of Murder.